We're live. All right. So remember when we are talking, Femi, chant, be alive. You understand? It's your phone, speak up. You understand? PG and anything. Just the fun stuff. Right. So very live. Right. Ready? Sit down the line.
Hey.
Right. And ready and action.
Okay, so today we are taking on a slightly different approach. A bit of backstory. My name is Kolade Olajide, and these are my brothers. This is Olaulo Olajide, and this is Oluwafe Olajide. We are in Akure, Ondo State, and we are live. We're here to celebrate one of our cousins who happens to be getting married tomorrow. So Olumide, you are hearing this. Your journey has just begun. The journey of the 1,000 miles. Marriage is the only school where you are giving your certificate before you start learning. So anyways, enough about Olumide. Let's go into customer experience. So we got in yesterday.
Let's start from the I'm trying to get in a position. I try to that's that free transition. Now, for who this thing again, but after it's problem. Right, so we let them just. Right.
Okay. Do I have to repeat myself?
Yes.
All right. This is one of the challenges of doing content, but it's all good. It's all good. We are here in Akure, Ondo State, to celebrate with our cousin who is getting married tomorrow. His name is Olumide. So if you are out there, a huge shout out to you. Happy wedding. Happy wedding to be continued. So wedding is the only school where you get your certificate before you start learning. I tell you, everyone here is married. Everyone here has a son. So you should be prepared for the journey that lies ahead. It's beautiful, it's ups and downs, but you should be prepared. And I can tell you that there's no textbook. So enough about Olumide. Let's move into where we are here. So my podcast is around customer experiences, how you delight customers, how you make them happy, the journey from when you interact with your business to how they eventually use your product and services. Now, today's episode is going to be super casual, super chill. My brothers are here. They will give you insights from their own experiences. He's a videographer slash producer slash cinematographer slash everything that is entertainment. He, is into shoemaking, pastor by night, shoemaker by day, an evangelist. So I've been in customer experience for over 15 years. Now, the beauty of this episode is that you can see the unique takes of customers, because in this case now, they are not professionals in the field, but they are customers. And the insights they will be providing today will be absolutely useful for every business. So back to what I was saying. This is Olalo Olajide, by the way. This is Femi Olajide, and yours truly, Olajide Olajide, as always. I haven't found a nickname for myself, but my whether it's sales director, sales pastor, or sales commander. I don't know. We'll just take it Olajide Olajide for now. Right. We arrived in Akure yesterday after over 5 hours, right?
I think it was 6.
Over 6 hours on the road.
Well, we're not driving fast now, so.
Well, there's no way you can drive fast on that road. The road is riddled with a lot of potholes. Bad customer experience, government, by the way. It's riddled with a lot of road. For me, it was a huge milestone because the longest road trip I've been on is Lagos to Ibadan, and I haven't even done that in 6 months. But this was from Lagos all the way to Akure, where we are now. So thumbs up to me. So back to the story. We got to Akure yesterday, sometime around 3 or 4.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So we decided to go and eat. Maybe before I go there, let me go this way. Because we are talking about experiences, I probably should prepare you for what you'll be hearing today. So there are 2 perspectives that we'll be talking about in terms of our customer journey, in terms of our customer experience. One is the Airbnb apartment where we are currently shooting this video now. We will hear the unique perspective of my brothers, what they felt when they visited the place. If there are things to be improved, what were the highlights, what were the pain points, things along those lines. Then the other part we'll be talking about is our experience at a place called the Pounded Yam Village. After a long trip, we need to eat, right? So we needed something local, something special. I haven't had pounded yam in a very long time. It's always been pounded yam. Absolute nonsense, by the way. But yes. So we're going to begin with our experience when we visited the Airbnb apartment. A bit of backstory. With every apartment you go online, you would look through a number of apartments in the vicinity. I needed something that was closer to the venue, which is happening somewhere or somewhere close. So we eventually settled for this place, in Akure, and we looked at it and engaged the host. Beautiful conversation. My concerns were placed, addressed, and we decided to go to this apartment. The tiny sum was paid, and here we are today. So we got in around 3 p.m. yesterday, and I'd like to ask Olaolu first. What was his feel? What was the vibe when we visited this place, from the security guy who opened to your experiences here? So don't let me give you a script.
Okay. So before we even mention this part, I think we should talk about we're talking about customer experience. So let's start the experience from when we went to get food before coming here. Remember that lady? The attendants, the fuel attendants. That's, to me, our first give that one like 9/10. To me, she's like the jack of all trades. She's like one of those people I talk about in my podcast where I was saying you can do everything. That's how. And they were employed to tell you, you should do videographer, editor. This one was a filling station attendant. She was an assistant. She was working also in the supermarkets. Just only one person, and there were 3 terminals, like petrol terminals where you could go to fill your
and that was in
gas. That was in Ibadan. And what really caught my attention was that the fact that when I was at the car waiting for her to do the pump and everything, I saw she ran inside. I don't know what she wanted to do then. I was really like, these girls are abandoned us or something like that. So maybe I don't know if she wants to herself. And then when she came back, the first thing she did was she apologized. And I was like, but this Yoruba Ibadan, Yoruba now, very, the other one was speaking Yoruba is always very interesting. So then later, I went to park the car close to the supermarkets, which is also within the filling station. And the next thing I saw was, because you knew we went inside to get some stuff,
Yeah.
we went to buy some stuff in the supermarket, and then Femi was beside the car with me. And next thing I knew, she came back outside, and she was carrying the nylon that she went to buy. She started the groceries and everything, and she brought the nylon outside, and she was like, she was telling Femi that, please let me open the door so I can help you put it inside the car. And I was like, what's happening? This girl is like the attendant now. She was not selling for us. Like we don't food medallion. So what she do in supermarket and you understand? But then I now you know, when it's called, let's call this empathy. You understand? I now put myself in her shoe and I found out that your situations could make you work in that particular place. It might not just be passion. You understand? But you know, when you have a good heart, even when you are passionate about something, it's easier for you to link up and meet up with people. And you know, connection is very, very important. So assuming it was at a time of help or a dire need that she needed something so urgently, you understand, and then because of just the way she actually reacted, because I'm selling fuel for us with a smiling face, going inside, you understand. I don't know if she even chased you inside the supermarket when she saw you were running inside the supermarket. Because it was in the blink of an eye, I didn't see her again, unless I saw she was carrying a nylon and she was outside. So I'll give her 9 over 10 because I feel like she's just being human and she has a good nature. I don't need to know her one-on-one. Because I can tell that the manager didn't tell her to do that. I'm very sure the owner of that place didn't tell her to do that. And I'm very sure she didn't have the ulterior motive to want to collect cash from you. You know what I say? So in Lagos, we know how they do in Lagos. The moment they help you pack your load inside your nylon, you're smiling with 5 minutes. If you get 100 naira, 200 naira. But this one, you could see it in her countenance that she did it just because she wanted to go. You understand? So those are kind of people that in future, there's no way they always see help from people. You understand? So now let's now come back to
so just before we even go back, so that is customer experience in its most basic form. If you had just greeted us, I would have still been happy because coming from Lagos, nobody's greeting you like the fuel station. What do you want? You give you the fuel and you leave. And I'm still okay because the reason why I'm there is not able to greet them or we should exchange words. I just need fuel and I leave. But this lady not only apologized, for the delay, she greeted us. Not only did she greet us, she went what we call the extra mile, to provide that service. As simple as taking what I had from the supermarket and offering to drop it in the car. So I think a lot of huge brands out there have to understand this. And it also goes to show what my brother is saying that I think it's also intrinsic, it's part of who she is as a person.
Wife material.
Yeah. you can't
Mommy but don't get
you can't give what you don't have.
Very.
You understand? You can't give what you don't have. And perhaps this is something that some businesses need to understand. Unfortunately, even when it comes to teaching people about customer service, there's so much you can do about training. If the individual doesn't match the training, it's going to be an empty barrel because after a while the person just will be tired, the person just will be trained. So naturally you want to pick someone who is just jovial, who is happy doing what she's doing, who wants to help others, who is polite, who has own training.
Yes, I'm very important now. Because you know that filling station, it was like in the middle of nowhere. I can guarantee you that the amount of cars that will come and buy filling station today, that's the thing that was yesterday that we did, right? The amount of cars that will buy filling from that filling station, maybe just 2 out of 100. It's just located, and you just imagine if you are an attendant working in the filling station like that, you sit down there literally, and today goes, nobody comes. Tomorrow goes, nobody buy for. You do that for like 3 weeks, almost when you'll be tired. So and then it will affect your experience and it will affect your emotions too. So if I was one, maybe I'm hot tempered and I don't sit there for like a very long time. And then finally one time out came and bought fuel. And the guy now said, good afternoon. My experience was like, just buy your fuel and go. I don't know that. Like I don't sit there for like almost 3 months. You guys will like nobody came, nobody to take me, nobody to show me love. You understand? But she was just natural. You understand? So I'll go back to the question that you asked, my experience basically when I was. So from the entrance of Akure to the point where the Airbnb apartment that we are currently in, the road was smooth. when we go to, I don't know if I should mention the area, but Alagbaka side. Yes, Alagbaka side. So when we got to the estate gates, the road was extremely bad, and I was like, why is the road like this? You understand? Because I was expecting, when I hear the Airbnb apartments, you understand, I feel like there's a classy vibe to it. It's not just your service apartments, you understand? And then the road network to the place was terrible. I'm like, you understand, the road bumps and everything. And then it wasn't really there. Road 1 was there, road 2 was there, road 3, and then road 5.
In their defense, let's say road 1, road 2 was okay. It
Yeah.
was the road that was leading to where we were going to. That was really nasty.
It's the bad part. It's the bad. That's it. Now, once one small state on your right, you have to wash the old clothes.
Absolutely.
You have to wash the old clothes. So we didn't even see road 6. I don't think it's on road 6. I saw road 5.
We had to call the guy.
We had to call the guy because the guy told us it's road 5. Then we turn to the left and then we see road 6. But when we entered road 6, we didn't see any signpost on road 6. But luckily for us, the description was clear. In the sense that the guy actually gave a clear description of the place and got the place right. So getting to the gate, after putting on the horn of the car, we open gate for us now. And the bus started.
Don't jam.
Gate jam. I don't know if the padlock will rust.
I think padlock was laminated.
Is that not a sign that maybe it's been done next one? That's what came to my mind. Felt like this house go don't take on without you, because if this padlock has rust to this point, I'm saying no open this gate in a very long time then. But at least luckily they opened the gate for us. And the first, I was even taking a video which I would attach to this podcast that we are talking about. I took a video from inside the car of the whole building from outside, and from outside it was amazing. The gates, the quality of paint, the quality of even the gate looks nice, you understand? And when you open the gates and we enter the building, so the opening of the door, entering the house, everything felt amazing, you understand? But I would say amazing because when you just enter somewhere that is new, it should be shocking you.
That's it.
That's like, this thing is the right place to.
That's
But when you not settle in, then you start seeing the little things.
Unfortunately, when you start seeing those little things, you start seeing more.
Yes, you start seeing more because.
Unconsciously, you're not looking out for the flaws there, bro.
Yeah, so getting into the house, there was no lights, which I felt like, knowing that people were already coming in, I felt like there should be lights down. Like the moment we even knocked at the gates, even if there was no lights, someone should come put on the intro sharply so you can walk into the house that
it's Nigeria. We know like there won't be lights
yes,
sometimes, but we paid, right?
Yes, so let's just see the full ambience, let's feel it in, let's soak it in, and then entering the place was dark. I actually use my phone's lights, to make sure that we could see where we're going and everything. But I would say that the initial experience from the gate to the entrance was fine. The first expression or how I say feeling that I had was that perfect, because everything looked seamless. The wardrobes, everything were all closed, looked seamless. Like there was no glitch or anything. So, but for now, I don't know. Maybe Femi would like to say more about it. You understand?
What's your own experience?
I would say majorly for the gates. When we were waiting, we were coming out, like the attendants, the security guy, and the other guy that came in. We were looking for I wanted to wind down and like, are they talking to us? So while we were waiting, like, some minutes were already passing, like, the padlock was being stopped. Maybe another edge to it is either they have not used the place for a while, or the place has been used a lot, like the padlock is beginning from
That's a new perspective.
So that's another part to it. So opening the gates,
I want to say something very but I just said my thoughts. Swallows it before the flag and
so coming in, it was looking nice. It was looking nice. But another thing that I picked a little bit a lady was sitting a part of the house, and she was not there. Like she didn't like at first she didn't greet at first. I don't know.
He was having a I thought she was an tenant.
Even maybe.
I was asking you that, is it possible that other people are in the building?
Yes.
Because apparently the entire building is for us today. So, but yes, she did.
Then the attendant, let's just the attendant, let's just have the attendant. Was just moving around. I noticed I was moving around a lot, like trying to do something, but I was not seeing what it was. So that part I was wondering, like,
I think I'll put myself in the shoes. It's just like if I'm planning a party. I don't know if you have that same feeling too. Like if I'm planning a party or I'm hosting somewhere, I can literally not sit down throughout the whole day. Because I know that you guys are in the house already. I will not be moving. I can go to the kitchen 5 times and I don't really know what I'm looking for there. But I'm not trying, my mind, I'm not trying to keep everywhere as comfortable as possible. So I might come with water now and then I'll just go upstairs and I'll like, oh God, I forgot something. I come myself and I don't even know what I want to my pick downstairs again. So I think maybe that might just be the feature.
It may have been a little tense because I have to impress people before my organ receives phone call. Things are not ready and things are not ready.
That's another issue. They're opening the door, no lights, working with you. Let's go more
Okay, exactly.
Because actually, you stepping into a house that is not your own, like this, you should be lights. It's needed to make like, because you don't know what you are about to see. You don't know certain places. Some places could be high, some places could be low. You could keep some things unknowing and all.
Something can come out and carry you. Carry you one day. All they want to is staircase now. I don't know.
You be guys. I want to see the person go come up for
go jump out.
That's meeting that. No, it's a nice apartment, but meeting those few things.
Points of view.
Next.
The moment I came in, maybe I would I use the word maybe I'm a vigilant person. So just looking and I saw one of the cabins was already down. The wire was catching out. And some things were already looking not in place. Maybe they just quickly use the place or something happened.
Just will it.
I
didn't get my cord that was never working. Why would you let it stick out to be so obvious that they get my cord was bad? And then you have trained that. I feel like they didn't really take note of all those things. Maybe the last person I used it, the main person there, what he did was just clean the house, wash everything.
I think it's an issue with Airbnb, and I'm not referring to the company Airbnb, but I'm talking about the apartments or the owners who have listed their properties.
Yeah.
We are clearly in this. I say we like I have work. We don't have work. Hopefully I will. But they are clearly in this to make money, and that makes sense. However, it's important to balance money with experience.
Yes.
It's not unusual to hear that as someone is leaving the apartment now, another person is coming. And maybe that's not necessarily a good tactic, because what it means is that if someone say checks out at 11 and you're expecting another guest at 2 o'clock or 1 o'clock, what it means is that you have very limited time for whosoever is managing the property to quickly dash in and clean and do everything and get it ready for the next person. Chances are the person would not cross some T's, would not dot some I's. We are just human beings. We need enough time to be able to plan. And I think that's probably what's happened here. So for everyone listening out there, we've been talking about the journey. We've seen the unique perspective from Olaoluwa's side, what he started feeling from when we approached the street. So the customer journey for him began with finding the apartment, how to locate the apartment. We have to contact the person to be able to find the place, what the experience of the specific road that led to the apartment was. To get into the gate, and Femi also echoed this, the gate wasn't opening. Spiritually, as I divided, God doesn't want us to enter here. The gate wasn't yielding, but eventually it did. And then we moved in, and the first thing that we met was darkness. Nobody wants to hear that word. So you see the journey, right? You see the customer touch points. Touch point number 1 was the road to the apartment. Touch point number 2 was the gate. Touch number 3 for Femi was the lady who was not greeting, and the person who was supposed to be here acting shifty and now was moving about, so to say. Yes, we'll explain that. And the next third point was the fact that the house was dark, when you came in. Now, for me, my experience on my own third point was 1, trying to find things. So, naturally, when we came in, I went to the kitchen, we dropped our stuff, The fridge wasn't cold. We needed it to be cold, hence why they should have been there before we came. But trying to find where is pot, where is spoon. There was a variety of closets there. Good design, but that can be confusing. The different closet doors. I had to open 1, 2, 3. This is the plate. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is where the pot is. Finding things can also be a hassle for someone who is using their apartment.
Imagine those closets were like 100.
100. It would have been nice if they had just labeled it.
Yes.
If they had labeled it, it would have made sense.
Yes.
Just a simple label.
All these fancy stick-on papers, just stick,
Pots, pans, other utensils. So the person knows exactly where the place is going to. The first thing I was trying to find was where the fridge was.
Yeah.
Because the whole closet was all white.
Yes.
They all look alike. So I didn't know, ultimate search. Let's find where the fridge is. Anyone who finds the fridge gets a popsicle. So eventually, we found the fridge. So for me, the ability for you to reduce the effort of your customer, in this case your guest, to your apartment, is absolutely important. Remember, guys, we were on the road for close to 6 hours. Under the bump, above the bump, inside the bump, through the bump, within the bump, around the bump. Trailers, driving notes, cars that are impatient behind you. So we were stressed. I was stressed because I was the one driving. And then you get to an apartment, and it's bam, bam, bam. Don't stress me out. I'm coming here to relax. I'm coming here to have fun.
I think we use almost 20 to 30 minutes just to locate spoon and pots. Opening. That's a waste of my time. That time I used to do something else.
And I think that the attendant should be more, let's be more friendly.
Yeah.
Like you meeting some people for the first time, you should be calm and have a good face, a jovial face, or a smiley face. But just he was kind of busy with his phone, he was doing maybe doing his own thing.
I think that's where
the guys were setting ourselves, but now the guys.
I think that's where he also mentioned that training is important.
Yeah.
So if he was well trained, he would understand that he is the closest person to us at the moment. And you just imagine we're looking for how to switch on the gas.
And this morning,
and the switch, the gas is here, the switch is on the wall, far away. You understand? Just to put on the lights and everything. And then after locating that wall, you have to go back to gas and start cooking.
Just trying to find out there's no gas.
Just to find out there's no gas.
I think funny realities, and I think it was this morning. I noticed one of the controllers was turned down.
It was on?
It was on. So I felt maybe the gas would have, because at some point I think I could perceive the gas leak. So
maybe that the last person who left the gas on.
They left it. I noticed it yesterday, but maybe I don't know.
When you noticed that thing, no,
so because what I was confused about, maybe that particular law, maybe that an issue, or maybe no. Some things maybe is when you put them the wrong way, they are working right.
Yeah, that's possible. Boss, maybe other thoughts. I knew that something was saying calling stuff. I like thinking that
since when?
I don't know.
Ah.
But let me see how many minutes. Okay, 19 minutes. Let me see the last place where 19 minutes. No, what would these? I'm very sure 19 minutes we've said a whole lot.
Yeah.
We've said a whole lot. So what does this? Bakadi does like a cap on the whole
What we
stuff
discussed so
for
far.
the whole house
Yes,
alone.
yes.
I mentioned the washing machine. So, no washing machines, the jacuzzi that you open the tap and the water is keep flowing and there's no lot of that.
So I'll be able to tap.
Just if you cap of it, then now go to
Yes.
yes. I like the view. So what I'm doing is I want to delete. I think God I've
19 minutes.
shooting 4K. No.
No, you need 19 minutes.
It's a lot.
It is a lot. I really used to get back to Call of Duty. I used to go and watch my anime upstairs.
I want to delete some all those ones that are already open.
That's why you need to support us, guys.
Yes.
Now we can get professional cameras.
You can.
iPhone is great, but man, battery life is another.
Actually, like that.
Yes. It's another one.
Is this saying the webcast?
Yes, it's in the system. It's permanent digits. It's like when you digits, you still go ahead and set it. Yeah, still go to recently deleted. Just in case you made a mistake. So you don't end up with this bad.
That's what I'm saying. Because work.
Come back, you can block our live stream.
Oh, sorry, you like streamers. Streamers not be known. Streamers investing. Okay, so alright. So we're ready to pick up.
Yeah.
So rounding up the I'll say action next time, sorry. Oh sorry. So we go back to okay.
The webcast starts still there.
So that's that disappeared.
So I said it.
How did you know?
Because we've had enough things. They don't disappear.
Let me get this one, some further. Okay, so we're going to learn actually slowly. What did I do the last time?
For what?
Okay, yes. MEPF.
Prepare the internet.
That's an answer.
I was speaking this from 12. What happens when you get the gadget and you're still learning the ropes?
Hello.
keep seeing it.
I don't reset this one.
Pants and master lines.
About the salon. You're part of the behind the scenes. I haven't looked to say this one. This is showing pair in there. As in showing pair to happen. I want to forget it. I'm coming, just keep it like that. Yeah, I'll go to that pair. How you click to enter that pair? The pair with iPhone. So is the edition not discoverable?
Attempting to pair. Okay, that's pair.
Yeah.
I see. This is a perspective to stuff. If this one was made for why is it telling me like why
Because it's beautiful. There will definitely be a wire connection. But you might not need to get all those attack calls and those things.
it's not saying it.
It's not seeing it yet.
Okay.
Don't move like that, no, so
No. People working live.
You want to come out, you get it, let them go. Every lesson before, the knowledge.
Betty Itohan.
Is that
Then Ali Dada Samson. Great Ebube. Now people will come and go.
so little break in transmission.
I mean,
Little break in transmission.
people telling
I said you traffic. Someone saying hi, yeah.
don't want to check it.
Hmm?
Maybe the person trying to type and maybe it's typing nonsense. That is people which that if you have 1% of your number, 2-3 likes. What's that?
So guys, a little bit of what's the technical downtime, right?
Yeah, technical.
Technical downtime. We will resume this very soon. Video games. Then let's pass your time with Femi doing his thing. As soon as we're back up, we will continue the live. But thank you very much so far. Thank you very much so far. I can just put it right on the scene. me wait till you need. Wait on that. Are you cutting or cutting?
I don't think, it might have just even, no, the thing that made it cost then was, no, space storage. Now we can cover like 5 to 6 working images. So I just deleted the ones that
Have you moved them?
I put them to Premiere.
This is not customer experience. People shooting people by the way. So this is just us passing time.
Passing time moment.
These people are naturally curious about life streams. So this is coming.
Who's that?
These people are naturally curious about life streams.
Yes, ma'am.
Want to jump in and that's something.
I know this is my iPhone microphone. That's what.
You turn that one out.
So it's not becoming surprising.
Could it be that the distance between the stop and the
Oh,
boat?
it's saying it now.
Hmm?
It's saying it's not distance.
It's what?
It's not distance, it's saying.
The same.
It's saying, I think the audio was clear. The other one that I was talking about. So have you gotten your final take? So after we talk the alien stuff finish.
After the laying one.
Yeah.
No, that's just what I heard is you're just bringing them all together now.
Okay.
Just a soft premise. Just a soft premise. Don't make it as clear and casual as possible. Okay, we don't
No, this stuff, I don't, but this thing doesn't show X before. Not like you know, no sound.
Because it was laying that one as the lessons.
Yeah.
You say your iPhone 50.
No, I don't know something. Maybe we're not going to take time to do that.
This way!
Once again.
Go, 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 go! Come on, Bishop!
Back. Let's tap it.
Back to location.
Okay.
Good news, guys. We have seen it.
They're back.
We're back.
All right. So, are you ready?
Yep.
So you're picking up applying the.
One, two.
Right. So steer lead.
Yeah. Okay, so a quick recap on what we've discussed so far. We have talked about my journey, right? For the Airbnb apartment, and we've talked about a few elements that affected us, allowed us to form a perception about this apartment, from finding the place, the bad roads, to struggling with the gates, which eventually gave way, to the apartment being dark, to the lady who didn't great, to the attendant who was fidgety, looking shifty, and we've explained probably why he was doing that. To us going on the ultimate search to find where the fridge is, where the pot is, where the spoon is, where the pan is. To the experience with the gas cooker that had already been turned on. To not being able to turn on the gas cooker because the gas was non-existent to begin with. So that's been the journey so far. Now it doesn't stop there, guys. Yes, the place is beautiful, but remember that customer journey is the sum total of all the touch points. That is how you decide whether I want to come back here again or I'm not going to visit this apartment again, depending on what's important to the customer. Now the funny thing is, Olaoluwa at the end of the day might decide and say, yes, this is the place for me. I might at the end of the day say, well, yeah, this is the place, but if I see somewhere better, I won't come here. And Femi might just be absolute no, because to him, people greeting him, light being there, all those things, the initial first impression matters the most to him. So that shows that businesses needs to ensure that the entire touch point, the entire journey, the entire experience is absolutely amazing. If it's amazing, at least you are sure that if 10 people visit your apartment, chances are 9, 8 or 10 will be happy enough because you have crossed all your T's and dotted your I's. Now, like I said, it didn't end there. When we got to the bedroom, absolutely beautiful by the way. There's a huge jacuzzi machine. I have no clue what it's called, but I don't have it in my house. And my brother Alu was looking forward to using it.
Yes, I just need to relax, man.
Yeah, imagine turning on the hot water, lying there.
Down.
If he's shooting his own content, there who knows. But the point is, there was no plug to keep the water from draining away.
Yes.
So what's the point of
I just put
that
the water for a
masterpiece?
long time. And this thing didn't get full. What's even going on? There's something wrong. And then I heard that I said there was even plug.
Yeah.
So the water was just
Draining
flowing
away.
and just entering, going out at the same time.
So I think this is absolutely important for businesses out there who own an apartment for short rent. It's important for you to ensure the entire experience is on point. Yeah, your customers are people coming from other states, coming from other countries, and there's competition out there. Chances are, if I need an Airbnb again, come here. And not because the experience was terrible, but because I have at the back that I may get something better elsewhere. Right? So let me go and try out something. Ideally, you don't want your customers to go and try it out somewhere, because if they do, you may be unfortunate enough for them to go to a competition who has got everything that they need, and they won't come back.
And the moment you like it, you tell me that it's nice. The because we all experience the same place,
Yeah.
I will follow what you say.
Yeah.
I will go to that next place.
Yes.
You understand? And that's how the world will keep spreading. Before anything, your Airbnb will end up being one personal house.
It will become a museum, a monument. Maybe that's a business case for someone else. You don't sleep here, but you can experience the artifacts that are here. So that's about the Airbnb experience. Now, in Yoruba they said, basically it is what the bird eats that allows the bird to fly. So food is absolutely important. I love food. He loves food. He loves food. We all love
Who
food.
doesn't love food? If I don't like food, though,
I'm sure. I'm sure you love food too. It doesn't matter whether you're a vegan or a cannibal like me.
Yes,
You have to eat. The experience around eating is absolutely important too. And this bit that we're about to talk about now applies to people who are restaurant owners, who sell food, who are in the hospitality industry or hospitality business when it comes to it. So we visited a place, like I said earlier on, called the Pounded Yam Village. Now I mentioned the name of this place because I think the experience was quite good. It's not terrible. If they are listening, it's also an opportunity for them to improve their service. So this time we will start with Femi. What his experience was when we eventually found the Pounded Yam Village. And thank you, Airbnb hosts. This was one of the good things that you did. So just so you guys know that the experience wasn't absolutely bad.
No, at all.
It was pretty good too, for some things. He was the one that pointed us in the direction of the the restaurant,
Yes.
and the direction of
Tushmart.
Tushmart, the supermarket where we got the essentials. So let's talk about the restaurant experience. What was it like for you?
The first part was the security guard. It was kind of ginger. It was even smiling. He even came by the door. It was nice actually. It was good because I think it's always good for you to meet people that smile and they are willing to open up and just be true. So that's a good one for them. Then walking down, coming in. As we came in, though everywhere was some people eating, some people just. But one thing, the place is good. But one I noticed that I feel they are stressed. You know when you feel like the boss. I don't know if you guys know.
You always start
Yeah, contract. Now it's usually around all those places. They don't, to be honest, I think those guys just know that their food is good. But at least they think their food is good. So I just leaning casually, you will come, we will give you food, you eat, you will be happy, you will go.
So they're just grabbing the boss feeling, which it's a good thing on their end, but to some people,
Yes, you don't meet a proud person. The person challenge you, madam, why are you looking at me like that? Meanwhile, you don't mean that.
And the fun part is that there was no indications of this is the starting point. Remember?
Yeah, they didn't know. We had to go and find out where the
starting point.
Well, that lady was one that actually mentioned this. That,
Yes,
I said that you get your on the jam here.
Yeah. But I think next time maybe someone could have been outside because they were inside the box, where the food was. Like maybe someone should have been before that. I don't like this way you start.
Or you just put a label of one.
I think
Step
I think,
one,
yeah.
step two,
Step
or the
two.
last step one,
Yeah.
step two, step three.
That way.
I can easily tell that this is anybody knows that it's not exactly
I think that makes sense because having someone, and let's face it, a lot of these organizations want to be very lean team. They have to consider staff overhead costs and all those things. So if you have one person that is literally having to go and tell a lot of customers that this is where you start, this is where you start. On days when it's actually good, and I've been to some amala spots, this is fine, yeah, but I've been to some amala spots where the queue is this long.
Yes.
If you do that, you go tired. You will be exhausted. You'll be literally exhausted. That's just the truth. So back to what you're saying, it makes sense for you to reduce the effort for your customers, also reduce the effort for your staff. So it definitely would help, so that it's intuitive. This is where you start. This is what you are getting there. This is the next place. This is what you are getting there. And then you just move through that journey easily. You know, especially for new people, those your regular customers already know the way things work. For people who come to your state, experience it for the first time, make that journey as serious as possible.
But for me, the moment when I saw Pandejam village, it's a big building now.
Yes,
It's not a small building, but we're downstairs. What are they doing upstairs? You didn't think about that. What are they doing? Is there anybody upstairs? Because there are customers downstairs and the customer upstairs.
Maybe
VIP or what? What are they doing there? It's not Pandejam too. The one that get downstairs is VIP. What are they doing there? So, yes, it's a very big building. But I feel like I have a feeling that the top floor is not even a restaurant. Probably it's just a staff quarters also, maybe where you can rest. Because I feel like everything was happening downstairs. Admin, the downstairs they look like there's nothing admin going upstairs. If you get to an organization, you know if they have an admin. This downstairs just felt like everything was happening downstairs. It was a big building, so I was expecting to go and feel the whole experience. Like I enter a place and then I see like AC pumping from the left, right, center, and I see a staircase telling me that this is the way to maybe get drinks. You understand? I know that okay, downstairs for Pandejam, then upstairs is like maybe a lounge or something like that. But when you call it Pandejam village, you didn't call it a small place. It's a village. The village is big.
The village is the house of the I'm not yourself.
Now that's why it's big. Why you call it Pandejam village? And that building is big and everything is happening downstairs. And once when I got into the place, yes, to me I would say they should not call it Pandejam village, just call it Meat Villa. or you know your house. You understand? Because the Pandejam was very tiny. Although I cannot eat more than that for which I didn't finish before. But the thing is that they serve the Pandejam right. But when they were serving the meat, I had to ask the question that is this a proportion? Because I was about to say, Joe, wait, so this food is getting much. This meat is getting much. So maybe I have to eat it that. If you say
you were thinking this food is getting much. When I was thinking my head is, I was just waiting for when you tell me how much it will cost. Now me say you say very fast.
Because if you say if meat is like you pack like almost like 20-30 meat inside one plate. Only me, what am I eating? I don't say anything.
But thankfully it wasn't too expensive. I think I for change how much.
So that's the thing. That's it. I just feel like the process coming into place. Security was nice, smiling. We entered the building, a beautiful building from outside, a very big space, we have a car parking space. We entered the building and everything looks clean. This place is bright. You understand? Outside looks bright. But when we entered the place, everybody looked clean. They decided having this feel like a buka.
But it's in there now. It's supposed to be like a buka.
They make the outside look like a buka. There's something about it when you create.
That should be consistent.
Yes, the consistency. Now, even from your logo to the looks of your building, you understand, to the looks of your staff, what they wear, what they put on. You understand? You said everyone looking relaxed. Yes, everyone. To me, everyone looking relaxed. You get that told us before, the mathematical place was relaxed. Like the outfit is just to give people and then move forward. You understand? But then you now went to where we wanted to eat. I stood there for like almost a minute looking for the right table to sit down. There was nobody to direct me, although I understand, normally you know where to sit down. But the reason I stood so long was because there was things on the table where we wanted to eat, and you know those things are still very fresh. You understand? So even if they couldn't clean it, you understand, or change the clothes, at least they would have maybe told us, okay, sorry, you can come and sit in this particular place, or you can come and sit in this particular place. You understand? But no. So we had to find our own place to sit down. And the fact that I was eating there, my mind was going back to that state that was beside me. You understand? So that experience was very, very somehow. But then something happened when I said I wanted to take away the rest of my meat because I could not finish that meat. I had to go back to the lady there, and the lady directed me to another lady. But what that lady did, and that's why is the difference between that filling station attendant and her. You understand? This one, I asked her, okay, sorry, please, can I get is there any plate for this and this? She just took a plate. Got her like bam, poopa, and just pack nylon. She put her in like and she just got it on the plate.
That's what yourself out.
You understand?
You know what to do.
And I had to carry the nylon and the plate to the table like I was a boarding house. I now carry my soup plate. I now pour it inside the place slowly so that it will stay the table and everything. You understand? But then they should have had someone that, because it is, I'm very sure 100%, when I was pouring that soup inside that plate, a bit of the soup poured on the table, touched the table, and the one on my plate too, when I put it on the table, dripped and touched the table. So I now remember that would have been the cause for that stain beside me too. That person probably didn't finish his food, and then wanted to mix it up and everything, and then wanted to get on and check if it's good.
Yeah.
Okay. See recording.
So you know back to 10%.
Yeah, no.
Problem.
I want your power bank.
Eh?
The power bank.
I've gone. Sorry, people. This is magic.
Let's just move this closer to ourselves. Continue our live stream.
Okay. You guys should be enjoying our live stream light. Enjoy it. Alright.
I want to move it a little because I think it's
Yeah,
it's
fine.
fine.
It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, this one.
Okay. We'll just continue.
I'm very sure we've spoken to a point before that thing said. So this is the off camera.
This is our camera session.
Yes.
You know, since iPhone has decided to go
To go and sleep. So,
the why they say it, the music must continue.
yeah, so and that's the advantage of the behind the scenes. At least you can see all those things that happen before you see our end of product and you say, it's always beautiful. And let me tell you what we'll do at the end. After we finish this our talk banter and everything, off camera, we'll do his outro.
Yeah.
We'll do his round up of everything, you understand? And then we'll have the clips of what we already shot now to it. And then to come out, we can edit. So don't worry. So now the thing I'm talking about is that experience, you understand, changed the, how I say, the hunger in me, that hunger in me to like rush this food and everything just died. Because it felt like that person passed through the same problem. Now I've stayed to my own part of the table. You understand? The next person come and stays your part of the table. When another person comes, where will that person sit down? You understand? And meanwhile, I didn't do that on purpose. Because I'm not a professional mix pourer. I'm not a professional mix pourer. So there should be someone that knows how to do this. You understand? I'm very sure you've gone to restaurants where when you want to pack someone will come and take your plates from your table and take it to them. And they'll go and serve it, they'll clean the plate and package it and bring it back for you.
Yeah.
But then I now had to pour my soup inside the plate myself, which I stained the table mistakenly. You understand? And that whole experience was just crap to you. It was crap. It was a good place to eat, but I didn't enjoy the meal at the end of everything.
Entering the place, though. There's a dull feeling. I don't know if you get
Yeah, very nice. Like that, you look like all these social.
it was not.
Guys, it's spiritual sensitive.
It looks like all
It was
this.
dull.
Yes,
It
the ambience was
dull
very dull now.
feeling. I don't know, you didn't notice it.
The ambience was very dull.
feeling,
The
like,
ambience
so
was
normally, like, there are places you enter to eat that there's this, like, you feel live in the place, like the place that things are happening.
I think the solution to that is that's why you enter fast food, good fast foods, and they always have this mood sound playing.
Like sound.
You either be hearing this music or something. That's the mood sound, and it just gives that vibe or that cool. Yeah, we're watching. What are you watching on TV? What television program like this?
No, it was football highlights also.
Yeah, football highlights
but no sound.
No sound, no nothing. And you're just staring at the screen. The bright of the screen was entering my eyes while I was eating.
And this is the interesting thing about customer experience. Every customer's perspective is absolutely unique.
True.
They are talking about football. Like, I can't even remember seeing football. And to be honest, I don't watch football, so it didn't bother me.
You were eating food now.
I was not even thinking about it at all. I was only thinking about the food
Yeah.
and the meat that was there and how expensive it was going to be. That was I wasn't thinking about the highlights and all those things. But that shows that every customer's perspective is unique. And this is also one of the reasons why it's important for brands to take feedback.
True.
Feedback across the customer journey, because chances are if you have 100 customers, 20% of the customers will see things this way, another 20% will see it that way, and the remaining maybe 60% will see it this way. But you need to be able to account for all those perspectives in order for you to come up with a holistic experience that would, that would be worthwhile, that would serve different customer types. For me then, another unique perspective to what I felt was the fact that customer education was lacking. And customer education is part of the things you talked about. The stations were not laid out in an intuitive fashion. You didn't know where to start, where to end. For me, customer education was also around the fact that they didn't tell me about the type of meat that was there. I just assumed that, this is Inuemo meat, and then the next one was...
They didn't tell us type of soups.
Yeah.
Though it was visible, but yet...
They didn't tell us.
Yeah. Now, let's even say that, okay, we can see that as clearly, we see this is stew. Fine, no wahala. Even though my brother wanted the very local one, the one with the shapa and all that stuff, they didn't have that. But for me, R.I.P. shapa. But for me, I think I was more concerned about the fact that while we were eating, I saw a customer that went there, and the customer was saying he or she wanted bushmeat.
Yes.
So at that point, I was like, so bushmeat is in this. I wouldn't have gone for
all
this
the millions of meat.
I wouldn't have gone for those ones. I would have gone for bushmeat. That's just the truth, because they do it a special way, in those things. So that is customer education. The ideal thing is when your customers come, don't get too comfortable. You don't know who is who. Let the customers know that we have this one, we have roundabout, we have bushmeat.
Like a menu,
yes,
just hand it over.
Exactly. We have the Pounded Yam Village special. That's true. There was no menu. And because of the way the soups were positioned, they could have, let's just assume they are tired of talking to, and they are human beings. Let them put sticker now on it.
Sticker on the glass.
This is exactly, this one is bushmeat. This one is a goosey. This is, you have that space, you have that structure. Exploit it.
Like, I even put the price list beside it.
Exactly. Exploit it for your customer. So I think that was important. Very, very important. For me, the highlight was the fact that I had pounded yam, not pounded yam.
Yeah.
Pounded yam, carefully pounded, tender pounded yam.
I didn't know it was tender.
It was tender to me. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. So that was just the highlight. For me, the egusi was too much.
Yeah.
Maybe because I don't know if you expect me to lick the soup, but
lick the oil.
I'm definitely not going to do that.
Maybe I poisoned. The oil is here.
The egusi was too much.
It was too much for
me. So I had the meat and everything. And another thing is, let's face it, options. So they only had egusi and
draw soup.
And ila.
Yes.
That was the only option they had. There are a number of other.
And you know that some people are getting mixed and mixing and that together.
Of course now.
So
that's just one soup.
So they didn't say that the option was even applicable.
Exactly.
There were fishes, there were not, okay, there's Titus, there's protein.
Maybe they were expecting us to ask that. What meat do you have? I wanted to ask that question, but because we were all relaxed and there was this aura like, just buy what you want to buy and move. That was the aura I felt. I just keep my mouth shut. Because these people, they have bad mouth. You can't ask questions and say, so they don't know
people. They are guys.
I will not too. I will not say. See, they can just say, they like to go. You don't have to say, so what do you have? They can look at that. You can see now. This is it now. Meat. Oh yeah, which meat is this? Sorry, somebody's waiting at the line. I'll be fast. Oh yeah, give me this one. And then you now take it and maybe it's dog meat that you ate at the end. Yeah, sir. So it's a nice place.
Remember that dog that we saw that?
The poor, alright, that dog would have been.
Oh, yes, so I you knew that dog was not a pet. That dog was going to be bought. Was clearly going to be bought.
A pet in the pot.
So sorry for digressing a bit. It's important for businesses to think about these things.
Let me bring the camera closer so they can hear.
Yeah. It's important for maybe presentation now.
It's fine like this.
Yeah.
You're still on.
You can't capture the two of us.
No, it's fine, just me. Yeah.
So-
Okay.
So I think it's important for businesses to be very deliberate. Be very deliberate. Those guys just spoil my podcast.
Behind the scenes,
I think it's important for you guys, see like for the businesses to be absolutely deliberate, about the type of service that they render. And this goes to small businesses, medium businesses, and large businesses. Our examples today are about businesses that are owned by one man, the Airbnb apartment estate, or one that is owned by maybe a woman or a man, the restaurant we visited, Pounded Yam Village. It is important for you to warn, don't assume your customers know what you have. Show them the options. Don't feel too comfortable. Greet your customers, smile at your customers. See the lady at the filling station. Go back to the grassroots. It's important for us to ensure that we make the customer journey as seamless and effortless as possible. Don't let people to start looking for where is rice, where is beans, where is plantain. In this case, where is pounded yam, where is egusi, where is ishapa, they didn't have ishapa. It's important for you to intuitively lay out those stations so that people know where they start and where the journey ends. Every part of your business impacts what your customers think about you. The touch points are absolutely important, and you need that experience to be consistent. This is what is called omnichannel experience. It has to be consistent across all those touch points. How people feel from when they speak to your security guard to how they feel when they attend to the people who are serving the customers, to the look and feel of your environment, to the vibes that it gives. And it's also important for you to collect that feedback and use that feedback appropriately. We had 3 people here today. 1, my brother. Customer 2 is me. Customer 3 is the other brother, And you can tell from all that we've discussed today that the perspectives are all unique. So we need to be able to harness information for the variety of customer types that we have, the variety of customer personas that we have, and use that information to come up with a cohesive strategy that improves customer experience. So for everyone who has been part of this video, who has watched this video, who has liked this video, who has dropped a comment on this video, who has retracted their comment on this video, who has subscribed to this channel, thank you very much for taking your time to. So thank you and peace out. Cheers.
Cheers to the world. Betty Tohan. That must be like your favorite